Hey guys, Novaexplosion, welcome to Tales of Eternia, not Destiny 2, Bandai Namco. My controller turned off? Oh right, if I don't touch it for a while. Alright, that's not what I wanted. Don't copyright my video. Actually, I don't think I got copyrighted in the first place. Why does it go to new game every time? What is this, Lunar 2? I had that same pet peeve with Lunar 2. It was always on new game every time I wanted to continue the game. But anyway, we're back with Eternia. I didn't go back to Undine like I said I would. We're just gonna do that right now. I completely forgot. I literally, I just had my Chick-fil-A for lunch, and I completely forgot about it. And I woke up late, as always. Story of my life, etc. Can this dude, move? Thank you. That was whack. But anyway, let's head back to Undine because I got items and I've restocked, so we should be able to win. The fight with Undine was doable if I just had an extra orange gel or two, or even an apple gel would have helped. I think I also have holy bottles, so I'm just gonna do as little battles as possible. Yeah, let's dive in. I love this game. I'm glad to be playing it again. Just in general, and on this fine Saturday. Yeah, I think over there, that's that dungeon. The red dot over there. I thought my holy bottle wore off already, but that would have been insanely quick. Yes, hello.
Demon hammer.
Just get demon lightning hammered. Just struck by lightning, etc.
No problem.
I probably should have bought garden salad ingredients as well, and then we could have cooked some garden salad. I don't think I did. I think I just bought items, which is on me. Anyway, Undine stream. Let's hit it up. I mean, we've already did it, but we have to head back to Undine to rematch her, and we should be able to win. Oh, you know what I have to do? I want to change the control mode to analog. I prefer to move with the control stick in Tales of Eternia. Some PS1 games I prefer joystick, or yeah, joystick. Games with actual 3D. If it was Arc the Lad, I wouldn't mind, you know? Because Arc the Lad is 2D, you move on a 2D plane. But in a game like this, I'd rather use the stick.
Demon hammer.
Everything is dying so quick. I'm just that good.
Swarm. Wind blade. Swarm.
Please die.
Demon
Thank you,
hammer.
Merity. I think I had Merity set to only lightning or something. That's what I did for Undine. Oh yeah, she's only has lightning, and you're using Windblade or Fireball, no Aqua Edge.
That was close.
'Tis perfect. Anyway, good old Tales of Eternia. Let me hit up an orange gel on Reed. Not this way. By the way, answer my own question. Holy bottles don't eliminate encounters. They just reduce them. Which, you know, that's how Tales of was back in the day. Anyway, let's give this another go. We should be able to win against Undine this time. Oh, insufficient memory card space. Oh, no. I kind of didn't really want to... I don't want to delete this file. This is this is one of my recent files where I did the post-game dungeon and everything. There are memories here. I think I'm just gonna have to keep one save file. I'll probably try to clear memory space before next stream, actually. That's what I'll do. Alright, we already read this dialogue, so I'm gonna skip it. Before stream 3, I'm gonna have to remember to clear memory space, because I like to keep 2 save files in case something goes wrong. Yes, hello Undine, I'm back. Got my items. Oh, she went for Spear Baptism right away. She did it again, but Farah blocked it like a champ.
Fireball.
Okay, I need you to, like, back up. I'm honestly not even gonna have Merity, like, I'm not gonna have her spam lightning. She'll just do it on her own. I was mostly doing that because, like, we were low on TP, but now we have items.
Demon lightning hammer.
So, like, we're going to win. There's, like, no doubt about that. Oh, we already got you down half.
Demon lightning.
Alright, that was a little scary, not gonna lie. Hit me up with a melange.
Demon.
Mara, anytime you want to use healer, I think you're trying to, but you keep getting interrupted. Nice.
Demon lightning hammer.
Yeah, that went much better. We didn't even need to use, like, the items. I just happened to, like, stun lock her better. Undine fight, pretty fine. It's just I hate her hitbox, mostly. Other than that, it's fine. You work together well. I will help you. Thank you. However, I am merely one of the primary Craymels of Eternia. Or, I said Eternia. I meant Inferior. In order to achieve your goal, you need to get all the greater Craymels. All the greater Craymels? Or the other greater Craymels? I will now enter the Craymel cage. Oh, dude, the Craymel cage system. I love the Craymel cage system. Please wait. Tell us where to find the other greater Craymels. Undine, in the Craymel cage. Let me see, Merity. You bet. Oh, yes. I love this system. Fringe. New Craymel art found. Spread. I love this system. Basically, like, you have Merity on one side, obviously, from her portrait, and then you have Keel on the other, and you put, like, each of the Craymels on each side. You could customize who you want to have what spells, and then, like, having them on, like, opposite sides, if you fringe, you can get, like, neat combinations. It's really fun. It's a really fun system. There are some things the game doesn't explain about it very well, but once you, like, learn about it, oh, it's a really fun system. It's really unique, and it sets Eternia apart from, like, other Tales games. Oh, wait, I did, yes. What does the Vitality Gauge mean? It shows how much energy the Greater Craymel has. Undine is the Greater Craymel of water, so if you use water arts, her vitality goes up. So basically, I don't think the game explains this, but if the more you use the element, the more their vitality goes up, and vitality means you can, like, summon them in battle, which is really cool. A la, like, Sheena from Symphonia or something. Again, this game is like, it's really like a blueprint for Symphonia. This game is basically Symphonia before Symphonia ever existed, which, that might be why I love it so much. What happens when the gauge is full? You could summon the Greater Craymel itself. Wow, that's incredible. I can't wait to see. During battle, Vitality's max display. Okay, they do explain this, but there are some things that they don't explain about the Craymel cage system. During battle, Vitality Maximum is displayed. Max is displayed under the character status. You can select the summon skills of Craymels whose vitality is at max. Neat. Yokai, welcome to stream. How's it going? So, Undine's here. You can do... So you can always, like, you could put, if you wanted, you could put, like I have to? Yeah, I can put it on Keels, and if you fringe, it's just gonna, like, transfer, basically. But it's gonna be a lot more fun when we get more... I'm gonna put it on Merity, I think, for now, but we can always switch it. It's really fun later in the game when you get more Craymels. You could start making, like, mixed spells, like Absolute. I think Absolute's, like, a mix of, like, earth and water or something, for example. Oh, no, no, there's ice in this game. Never mind. Nah, there's an ice Craymel. But there are ways to mix and match spells and get other spells, which we'll see as we play. It's gonna be fun. Because this game is Celsius, so obviously Absolute is from Celsius. But point is, Craymel cage system, very fun. This place looks safe, and the air seems really nice. Yeah, what about it? Why don't we take a little break here? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Yeah, people who played Symphonia, you will see, like, oh, Eternia basically had everything that Symphonia had.
Hey, Keel, how many Greater Craymels are there?
I'm not quite sure, but it's said that there are generally 4 main types.
Also, I wasn't expecting voice acting, but there's like voice acting in like every single like camp scene here.
Water, fire, and wind, the 3 basic Craymels, and the light Craymel, which unifies them all.
And where are the other greater Craymels besides Undine?
Undine didn't tell us.
Yeah, they're gonna say Undine. Tales of games pronounce the spirits differently. Like, I know Mila from Zillia says Undine. I'm trying to remember what they say in Symphonia. I think Sheena calls it Undine as well. But they change up pronunciations a lot. But I'll just say Undine because I prefer to.
The planes of existence for humans and Craymels differ. Just for them to appear in front of humans is an extraordinary event.
Wow. Really?
Hey, for our next destination, why don't we head for Inferia?
Inferia? You mean the king's castle?
Yeah, gathering all the Craymels is way beyond our ability. There isn't much more we can do other than inform the king about the Grand Fall. Am I wrong?
But we established a pact with Undine all on our own.
That was just plain luck. We can't afford any mistakes. We've got to know our limits.
Heavily disagree.
That's true. We do have an obligation to report this to the king.
Do we though?
Keel?
Imagine the consequences of seeking the greater Craymels without the king's permission. We might attract needless suspicion.
I see your point.
It's decided then. Our next destination is Inferia City.
What about the greater Craymels?
Don't worry. Once the king learns of the Grand Fall, he'll mobilize the army and find all the greater Craymels.
Meredy, have faith in our king, okay?
Dude, I forgot, like, this is a 2000 PS1 game. The voices, like, get cut off at the very end. I'm not sure if that's my disc or if that's actually just, like, the game itself. Because this disc is, like, 5 to 6 years old. You have to go through Forest of Temptation to get to Inferia City. Go southeast along the river, across the bridge. No, not the Forest of Temptation. My nightmares are coming back. I hate that place. I do not like that place. I mean, I'm, like, gluing myself to a guide so I won't feel the suffering, but trust me, you're playing this the first time without a guide, you will suffer.
Demon lightning hammer.
I did. I know I suffered, like, every time I played this game without a guide.
Wind blade.
Please die, dumb frog.
Fireball.
We're not gonna lose so easily.
Is Reed the main character? Yes, Reed is the main protagonist of this game, yes. Bum, bum, bum. Egg bears. What do you losers want? Oh yes, spread, get him.
Fireball. Demon hammer. Fireball.
They don't.
Swarm.
Yeah, get him, Meredy. I love spread.
We win.
Some of the spells in Eternia look pretty cool. Very much a fan. For the time, this game was made in 2000. We didn't get it till 2001, but it was made, like, released in Japan in 2000. Again, we talked about this. The reason Eternia's sales didn't do well is because the PS2 was already released by the time this game came to the West. Namely, FF10 was, like, out. FF10's a 2001 PS2 game, so, for example, that game. So this game's sales were, like, screwed up because of the PS2. It just came super late in PS1's life cycle.
Demon hammer. Swarm.
A main character that doesn't jump in head first into danger, a rare one.
Did we get him?
Reed is, like, really unique compared to the prior two protagonists. You got Crest from Fantasia, and then you have Stan from Destiny. They are very much the opposite of Reed, which I think a lot of people like appreciate that Reed was like Reed was like really different compared to the two protagonists that came before him. So I can definitely see that. I don't love Reed as a protagonist. He's not like my favorite, but I do like Reed. I might even like Reed more than I like Lloyd from Symphonia. It's tough. Reed and Lloyd are kind of like, they're neat protagonists, but they're not like my favorite protagonists. I don't like them as much as like Velvet, Luke, Jude, Mila, maybe Alphen I'll throw in there. Asbel, obviously. But, they're neat. They're both, like, neat. I might even like Reed a little more than Lloyd. I have to replay Eternia to see where my opinion on that is, or what my opinion on that is. But especially for the time, he was definitely, like, unique compared to the other protagonists, because most JRPG protagonists in general were just, like, you know, typical cookie cutter and stuff. But Reed is, like, most definitely not like that. Oh, and I forgot Yuri. How can you forget Yuri? How does any Tales of fan forget Yuri?
Let's do it. Fire!
I mean, I did almost forget Asbel, and Graces is, like, my favorite Tales game, so.
Phew, they were tough.
They really weren't, though. That took, like, 4 seconds. I didn't know who the main protagonist was, because in the card game of Berseria is your only knowledge of the game. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, they didn't do a female lead until technically Xillia. But Berseria is the first one with a solo, like, Velvet's the only lead that's female, but technically Xillia got a female lead with Mila. And, I mean, like, Keel and Merity don't, like, strike you as a main protagonist, so I guess you can just kind of... If you know these 4 characters from, like, either Magikarta or the card game, you can kind of, like, tell. You would assume, like, Reed or Farah, but they didn't do a female lead for a while, so... Honestly, I like it, because Farah and Reed are kind of like... They're kind of like both protagonists to a sense. Obviously, Reed's, like, the main character, but Farah does take charge a lot, which kind of makes her like share the spotlight with Reed a little bit. I kind of like it. I like their dynamic. But Reed is like the main character. But in the context of the story, like Farah is like the reason the journey starts. Because Reed doesn't even like really want to help Merity as much as Farah does. So that's, you know, a step in the right direction for a female lead.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Demon Hammer.
Did I get new art? No, we still have the same arts.
Swarm.
Die. Speaking of Symphonia, I've been playing a lot of Symphonia. Every time whenever I get the time to like just sit back and just play something where I'm just kind of like pseudo speed running, I play Symphonia. I'm trying to play it so I can like get ready for an NG Plus, so I can stream that one day down the line. I am currently playing Symphonia. I'm like watching the scenes and everything, but I'm kind of like, you know, not doing everything in it. I'm just kind of like pseudo speed running it, because when I do it, I'm gonna do it again for Twitch and YouTube, and then I'll like do everything again. But I also want to NG Plus it when I do that, kind of like I did with Graces.
Demon Hammer.
Hit me up with an apple gel.
Swarm.
I did not mean to jump there.
Wind Blade. We win.
Oh, Force of Temptation. I hate it so much. Hate this place.